Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. This is Jahanvi, your math tutor, and I'm here with another video from functions. In this video, we will be learning about intercepts. Now, this is a very important topic, but nothing complicated here. So just watch this video till end. I'm pretty sure you will be able to understand what are intercepts completely. So let's start. So we have two types of intercept. The first one is the x-intercept. It is the point at which the graph of the function touches the x-axis. Let's try to understand this with the help of the first question here. You can see here this is the graph of function and it is touching the x-axis at x equals 50. That means here the x-intercept is 50. Now, if we see the y-intercept, it is the point at which the graph of the function touches the y-axis. So you can see here that this graph is touching the y-axis at y equals 3. That means here the y-intercept of this function is 3. That is all what intercept is about. X-intercept is where the graph is touching the x-axis and y-intercept is where the graph is touching the y-axis. Now we also have to understand how to write the x-intercept and y-intercept in ordered pair. Now if you see, whenever we talk about the x-intercept, it is a point that will be lying on the x-axis. Now, if a point is lying on the x-axis, that means its y-coordinate is always going to be 0. So, whenever we have to write the x-intercept in ordered pair, it will be of the form x, 0, where x will be the point at which it is touching the x-axis and the y-coordinate is always going to be 0. Similarly, when we are talking about the y-intercept, as we have discussed, it is a point that lies on the y-axis. And you can see on the y-axis, the x-coordinate is always 0. That's why the ordered pair of y-intercept will be 0, y, where y will again be the point at which the graph is touching the y-axis. So according to the example that we did, its x-intercept in the ordered pair will be 15, 0 and its y-intercept in the ordered pair will be 0, 3. That's all. So we will be doing some more questions here so that you can understand this in a better way. Now let's do this one. Here you can see that the graph of this function is not touching the x-axis at any point. That means here x-intercept does not exist. Now what would be the y-intercept of this graph? So you can see here that the graph is touching the y-axis at y equals -2. That means here the y-intercept is -2 and in ordered pair you will write it as 0, -2. So now let's do some more examples. But before I tell you the answers, I want you to pause the video and find the answers yourself. So let's see all these examples one by one. So here you can see that the graph of this function is touching the x-axis at 2 points. One is at x equals -4 and the other one is at x equals 2. That means here we are having two x-intercepts which are at x equals -4 and at x equals 2. Now again, if you have to write it in ordered pair, then the x-intercepts will be -4, 0 and 2, 0. Similarly, the y-intercept is going to be -3 here. As you can clearly see, the graph is touching the y-axis at y equals -3. Now in this one, you can see that the graph is touching the x-axis at x equal to 3. So your x-intercept is x equal to 3, or in ordered pair you can write it as 3, comma 0. Now here you can see that there is no point at which the graph is touching the y-axis. So here the y-intercept does not exist. Now here the x-intercept is going to be at x equal to 2, or we can say 2 comma 0, and the y-intercept is at y equals negative 2, or in ordered pair it will be 0 comma negative 2. Also one more thing, if you're not having clarity on any of the concept that I'm teaching in the video, you can always put it out in the comment box, or you can also message me your doubt on the mail that is on your screen right now. As it's not a live class, so of course I cannot take your doubts, but it's pretty obvious to be confused or to not be clear with something that I'm explaining in the video, or you have some extra questions, right? So in that case, you know what to do. Now let's see the next one. Here you can see that the graph is touching the x-axis at 2 points, which are x equals negative 3 and x equals 2. So these are your x-intercepts. In ordered pair, you can write them as negative 3 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. Talking about the y-intercept, it's going to be 0 here, because you can see it's touching the y-axis at y equals 0. So you can write it like this, or in ordered pair, you can write it as 0 comma 0. Now here comes the last question from Intercepts. Here you can see that the graph is touching the x-axis at 2 points again, which are negative 4 and 4. So these are your x-intercepts, and in ordered pair you can write them as negative 4 comma 0 or 4 comma 0. These are your x-intercepts. Coming to the y-intercept, you can see that the graph is touching them at negative 4 and 4 again. That means your y-intercepts are the same as the x-intercepts here, which are negative 4 and 4, or in ordered pair, you can write them as 0, comma negative 4 and 0, comma. So these are x and y intercepts.